Oh, good morning, guys. Welcome into the stream. Happy Saturday to you. We have a lot to jump into. It's going to be kind of the current theme for the rest of December and then obviously in January as well. But the NHL returns today with a boatload of games. And then we have the NBA in action as well, plus 8 college football bowl games today. So we got college football, and NBA, and then NHL. So, funny enough, college basketball doesn't really return today. They come back more tomorrow. There's 3 games today, 3 kind of nothing games. So, college basketball back tomorrow, but a lot in store. And then we also have some NFL today as well. Can't forget about the NFL. NFL college football. It's going to be a great time. We're going to jump into some DFS right now, kind of get things rocking and rolling. And for the next hour, guys, we're just going to be cranking through bets. Irish, good morning to you, my friend. Hopefully you're having a strong start to your morning. And let's get into it. All right. Let me refresh the page, see what we got going on. A lot of parlay play, a little bit of better as well. I'm deviating the pinnacle right now, guys. These are pretty much all NBA player props. I do have all the leagues selected, but this is what we have. We do have a Donovan Mitchell, Derrick Henry, and then a Nico Collins projection, a little discount over here on better. So for this Ravens-Packers game, I'm taking Henry's discount over on his rushing yards. And I'm going to pair this up with probably, I'm going to flip it up. I'm going to put Sam Merrill, and then I'm going to take the Mahalik play. So let me go back here and then add these. But now, other than the NBA, kind of everyone else is kind of coming back. So the NHL's back, which is great. A little early, but we'll take a peek at some NHL anytime goal scorers to see kind of what's up. Merrill on his threes, all right. And then obviously we have a solid slate of college football games today. All right, and then the over on threes as well. So a couple of threes. Again, this is, let's see if they'll let me put down 20 or is it $10? No, they only let me do $10, but that's still okay. Perfect entry, guys. No insurance. $10 pays out $60 in total. Here is the link for better. I'm using the Derrick Henry discount. Rick, what's going on? Jordan, good morning. So they were starting off with better. And I've just been really been happy with how much value is coming up on better on a consistent basis. Let me refresh the page really quickly. All right, we could play this George play over on underdog with Dyson Daniels, maybe even Trey Young. Okay, let me see. DeMar or we could do Precious. We got a couple different options here. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna type in we're gonna take George Keontae for the Jazz. Take his over on his threes. Come down here and look for Dyson Daniels over on rebounds. And then last but not least, we can do Precious, Trey, or DeRozan. They're all fairly the same. So I'll do a quick little take a peek here to see what's up with any line movement. Because I'm really looking for line movement. Not much here on Trey Young. Precious. What do we got here from Pinnacle? That's what I want to see. Okay, good movement here from Pinnacle. I like that movement. I like the movement from Pinnacle here. And then for DeMar, pretty good movement from DeMar as well. But I'm going to stick with Precious. This is going to be for underdog, guys. Take the over on the PRA. 3-pick entry, no insurance. This is a 6x payout on underdog. So we just shared a better slip. Here is the underdog slip. Ken, good morning to you. And good morning to everyone out there. Appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out. And there we are. Okay, so there's an underdog slip. There's a better slip. If there was parlay play value here, I'm interested in cooking up a parlay play. Yeah, I want to take some of this. I'll do a 3. I'll do 3 over here. Let's see what we could do. All right, so we got Anthony Edwards over on his rebounds. Okay, and who else we got here? We got Jamal Murray over on his threes. He's been a scoring machine recently, man. Okay. And then Demon, over on his points, 9.5. Okay. So a little bit of a boosted payout here on this play. There we go. So again, on parlay play, still haven't quite figured out how to share the slip, but this is what I'm going with. All overs, Edwards, Murray, Demon for parlay play, guys. If you want to check it out. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Also, let's take a look at some prize picks, see if we have any prize picks value at all, and then DraftKings Pick 6 and Dabble. So I'll get rid of Better, and I'll get rid of Underdog here, and we'll take a look. Then also, we'll get rid of Parlay Play. All right, for Prize Picks, we do have something cooking here. Oh, yeah, let's go, go, go. Kind of the same cast of characters. All NBA player props. What do we got here? We got this over on threes. Okay. Again, we can take. I'll double dip on these guys again. I don't mind it. Sam Merrill over 2.5 threes, and we can go George on his threes as well. These are all threes. Now George and the other dude, they play on the same team, but you know it's the same category, same team. But I'm all right with it. Where's his threes at? There it is. Over 2.5. Okay. And again, guys, this can be a 3-pick entry, no insurance, 6x payout on Prize Picks. And we get that one. Let me go ahead and share the link. Ben, good morning. Skunky. What's shaking bacon? Not much, my friend. Not much. Just, gambling, doing the normal thing, the everyday thing that we do. I love all you sharp D-gens in here. If I flip this over to FanDuel, guys, the sharp book for Dabble, these two plays here with Michael Porter and Jason Robertson, I'm fine with. They're below -122, small edge, still a good edge. No doubt about that, Rick. So these two plays here in Dabble, we got to find a third play, but for my Dabble users, I'm definitely fine with these two plays. For Prize Picks, not so much, right? We're getting -119 odds. If I'm playing a 3-pick entry, it's -122, and that's not as good as -119. So, yeah, no for the Prize Pick plays there, but yes for Dabble. And then let me come over to the Sharp Money tool, and let's see if we have anything here. Nick Chubb for today. This would be for Underdog. This would be for Dabble. Under on his rushing yards. So for any of my Dabble users, really, you guys could play this on Better, Underdog, Prize Picks, Dabble, anywhere here. No problem if you want to take the Chubb play. What's this Rudy Gobert play? So there's no sharp books that have odds yet for this Nets Timberwolves game for Rudy Gobert, but somebody really likes this for about $1,000. They want this at -130 odds, which is interesting. Then we talked about Danny Wolf. All right. Under on his points. Nurkic under on his rebounds. Somebody has about $1,000. And these $1,000, guys, as you can see in this Nurkic play, this is like a 4x multiplier to Pinnacle, meaning Pinnacle's limit is $250. 250 times 4 is $1,000. This is really on the edge for me in terms of taking this play because of the multiplier. I normally like to take 5x multipliers, but this could be in consideration. Terrence Mann is under that, right? But it is a good price to Pinnacle. So, we have some other discounts over here that we want to hit up. So the Donovan Mitchell play is discounted as the Cavaliers are taking on the Rockets. So this Nurkic play in consideration under on his rebounds. There we go, 10.5 less. And then last but not least, this play on Terrence Mann. All right, so this is how I'm going to use my second discounted play over here on Better Guys, courtesy of the Sharp Money 12 Odds Jam. Again, guys, with any of the tools that we're going through on Odds Jam, if you want to try Odds Jam 1 week for free, save 35% off your first month after the 1 week trial ends. Use code Billy35. So you're going to get a 1 week free trial and then 35% off after your 1 week trial ends with code Billy35. So there's the Sharp Money tool and a slip that we cooked up on Better. Let's go over the optimizer because I haven't seen a lot of DraftKings pick 6. What's going on, Anton? How are you, my friend? Good morning to you, or good early afternoon to anyone that's tuning in. So DraftKings pick 6, 3-pick entry. I like this play on Renaud. Pinnacle's at 24.5 at minus 106. We can get this at 23.5. Again, we're getting at minus 122, but if Pinnacle had their line at 23.5, it'd be, in my opinion, higher than minus 122's odds. So I like that. Same with Trae Young. So let me fire up pick 6. I do like these first two plays. And for Okonkwo, similar. So these first 3 plays here, guys, now I don't know if they're going to give them, again, this is kind of the same category. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, Skunky, that 100% code, been talking with the team. They're working on it. So it's not live yet, but we're getting there. No doubt about that. But I'll give you a heads up. Whenever we do get it. So what do we got on pick 6 today? We have an unlimited holiday cheer with a boost on every NBA 4-pick entry today. Whoa. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. Unlimited winnings boost? Definitely claim that. So they're going to want you to play a bunch of 4-pick slips. We'll claim the boost your NFL pick there, which is really, really nice. Okay. That's cool. So let me go back to the NBA to see if we can still get this play. Still there. Let me refresh the page. So the Okonkwo play dropped a little bit. I really prefer the Trae Young play if I had to pick one of the two. We're looking at the points and rebounds. This bumped to 24.5, so that's gone. Early on this morning, guys, I do lean more Pinnacle. So this Colwell play I like on his points. Not great to FanDuel, but I'm good. But Pinnacle has this at 11.5 at minus 101. So to get this at 10.5, I'm a fan of that. Let's see. And then KD. Oh, yeah. I like the KD play. Over on his PRA. Okay. There it is. Let me share the link. There's a 3-pick slip on DraftKings, courtesy of the Fantasy Optimizer. So we use the positive EV tool, the Sharp Money tool, the Fantasy Optimizer. A lot of different ways, guys, you can cook up some DFS slips. A lot of great tools over here with Odds Jam. We'll take a look at Fliff, and then we'll focus a little bit more in again on Dabble, because we kind of glanced at Dabble for like a minute. We'll take a look at that. Fliff. Nothing that I really see on this board, at least in terms of Pinnacle's odds, that I'm like, yo, let's go bet this right now. Maybe the Haynes King play. All right. It's okay. And it looks like Pitt and East Carolina might be underway right now. Okay. Chi-Town, good morning, my friend. Good morning. If we look at rebet, throw this in at like minus 175 to plus 150 odds. Rebet, this play on Cooper Flag is, just barely okay. Just has a very small, if anything, a small edge. So don't really care too much about that. And then there isn't really too much else here in terms of Pinnacle's odds, because I'm always leaning more Pinnacle's odds than anything else. Not super excited about anything there. Let's go back to Dabble. We'll look for the 3-pick slips. Let's go maybe 3 minimum data points. Okay. So, little different story over here on Dabble. Killel Ware, I'm in on that. Points and rebounds on his under. I don't mind that. Bam. Honestly, I prefer Bam's over. Well, no, I'm sorry. Killel's at 23.5. All the books are at 21.5. I mean, DraftKings at 22.5 and minus 106. So I like the Ware play the most. Derrick Henry, not great. I don't really care for that play. Cam Thomas, yes. Killel Ware, yes. You could throw in Bam. I just don't always like going opposites, but if you want to, the Bam plays totally fine as well. So these 3 plays are cool. Ware, Bam, Cam Thomas. Also, Clay. Clay at under 14. Most of the books are at 13.5. Clay is it's fine. It's okay. So, yeah. Same with kind of Valanciunas on his points and rebounds. It's okay. It's fine. It's not like great. So, Valanciunas, Clay, Cam Thomas, Bam, and Killel Ware. For my Dabble people, that's what I would do. So, round one. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, these would be the ones we go after for sure. Makes it nice and easy right here for those of you that can see on the screen here on the right-hand side if you can. This is where you could go. I'm not saying cook up a 5-pick slip. I would prefer to play a 3-pick slip. And you can mix and match those options right there if you wanted to. Okay. Cool. All right, got a parlay play slip. PrizePicks, underdog, DraftKings pick 6. It's good. All right. So far, not too shabby. Could have put a 4th pick slip, guys, obviously, on that DraftKings pick 6, but we'll go back to that later to make sure we could share that boost. All right, so let's head over. Let's go first to the Sharp Money tool, and we're just going to select everything, all the books, and we're going to select main and player prop markets for today. No odds range or anything. We're just going to see what's popping right now. Ravens money line at plus 148 on Bet Openly. So that's 12 cents off the Pinnacle. That's 21 cents off the bookmaker. This is a good play. Maybe not so much from a Sharp Money perspective in terms of like the amount of money that these guys are willing to put up, right? It's just the odds that you're receiving at Bet Openly is solid compared to some of the sharp books out there that have Ravens money line, right? So, like this is 2 cents off of being a low hold to bookmaker, right? Bookmaker's at minus 150 on the Packers. We can get plus 148 on the Ravens. It's 2 cents off to being a low hold. So this play on Bet Openly is very good. CJ Stroud to throw a pick. Somebody's offering, they want to bet $7,700. They want this at plus 114 odds. They think he's going to throw a pick today against the Chargers. This is going to be a very good matchup. Texans-Chargers. This Ravens-Packers game is kind of a nothing game. The Ravens have something to play for. The Packers really don't. But this Chargers-Texans game is going to be delicious. So this is on Canby, guys. That's a shitload of money. You put down almost $8,000 on a player prop, and they want this at plus 114 odds, meaning you can get this at plus 114 odds on any Canby sportsbook. Myself, personally, I'm going to go over to DraftKings and bet this because I can get this at plus 109. It's only 5 cents off to what the pro bettor wants. So I'm going over to DraftKings. I'm going to bet CJ Stroud to throw an interception, so the over on his interceptions, just to throw 1. If he throws 5, it doesn't matter. The over cashes. And you guys can go over to passing props. Whoops. All right, so passing props right here, guys. And then just go to interceptions. Right here. I'm going to go in for, that's a lot of dough. So I'm going to go in for a 250 spot here. So $250 on CJ Stroud to throw a pick. Again, I just, it could be wrong, but I definitely want some exposure to this, and I'm getting it slightly off to what the bettor wants it as, so I like that. Like it a lot. But you can hit this up on the Canby Sportsbooks. That's a lot of money, man. So we'll see. Jahar Jordan. This is a long shot anytime TD in that Texans-Chargers game. Again, I would play this only on, looks like Ballybet, or maybe it'd be BetParks. But plus 650. Somebody wants this at plus 590 for about $4,500. Take this as you will. Maybe just a little sprinkle on this one. Anyone that has BetUS, interestingly enough, Penn State money line's popping up as a value. They take on Clemson. This game starts in like 40 minutes. It's a good price to Pinnacle. It's 11 cents off to Pinnacle. Not great to Bookmaker, but not bad to Bet Online. So if anybody wants a little sprinkle here in BetUS and offshore sportsbook, check that out. For my Circa people, Derrick Henry to get 80 rushing yards or more. This is a mistake by Circa. This has to be a mistake. So this is most likely, guys, a palpable error on Circa. I would say if you went over there and bet this, they might refund you your ticket, because you could just see that all the books are at like plus 110. And I know they're all rec books, but still, they all have the same price, and Circa's at plus 215. So yeah, I would say this is most likely an error. Just move on from it. Jordan, it's a great question. I'm going to share a link to a video that I made on OddsJam's YouTube channel that goes in depth for each market, like my multipliers. Typically, it's anything that is, it depends on player props in mainline markets. Let me see, where the hell is it? But I would say, I think for mainline markets, it's like a 3 to 4x multiplier. And for player props, it's, I think, a little bit higher than that, maybe 5 to 8x. Let me go over to odds. Let me pull this up really quick and I can grab this to you. There we go. So there's the link there, Jordan. So that'll it goes in depth on, what I look for and how I look for it, and then, how much to bet on it. So it even provides, like a betting kind of strategy. Ducks on the money line here, guys. This is a similar liquidity to Pinnacle. You're getting this at plus 120 odds. So this is truly a sharp money play if you believe in this. Obviously, Clemson first half money line's popping up here as well. What I mean by that is, Pinnacle's at plus 119 odds. They're taking 5K. Somebody put up $4,700. They want this at plus 119 odds. We can get it at plus 120. So you're truly believing that this is a sharp sports bettor here. For myself, I'm just going to stay away from it because it's not a multiplier of Pinnacle's limit. Let me look at this Clemson first half money line. We just talked about Penn State winning the game, but Clemson on the money line first half. Somebody has this at $5,000. So the interesting part here, guys, let me check out Bookmaker's odds, because Pinnacle's only taking $1,000, and this is a 5x multiplier here. Somebody wants this for 5K. And so let me just pop over to Bookmaker real quickly, because I'll go over to Bracco, hit this up. If you guys have Bovada, you could do this. I'll go to Bet 105 because it's slightly better odds. All right, Penn State Clemson in the Pinstripe Bowl. And I'm looking for first half money line. Clemson's at minus 135. They're taking only $1,300. I'm interested in this. This is definitely a play. I'm going to go over to Bet 105, most likely, to knock this one, to hit it up. For anyone that's outside of America, hit this up on Pinnacle. Again, this is why I love having an account with Bet 105. Dropped a video on the channel, guys, a couple days ago talking about a player prop betting strategy using Bet 105. Again, I misspoke on that video. If you use code BillyC, your first $100 deposit, you receive a $50 bonus bet. So they actually hooked me up with an extra deposit match. Any other thing that you use when you sign up with their book, if you deposit 50, you'll get 25. But with my code, you'll deposit 100, you get 50. So it's really good. And this is exactly like a great example of why, like, Bovada guys, like I'm really limited on the accounts that I have with them. So this is where I just go ahead and use Bet 105. So Penn State, Clemson. This game obviously starts in like 30 minutes. First half money line. And it looks like the odds just changed to minus 128 on Bet 105. So I'm going to go stop over at Bracco to see if I can get this at minus 125. I'm all about ruthlessly line shopping, guys, trying to get the best price possible. So I'm seeing that Bet 105's price is moving up, which means Pinnacle's moving up. So there's something to this. Where's the college sports at? Tell me. There it is. Okay. More wagers. First half. Damn, Bracco moved to minus 128 as well. But that's okay. We'll go over to Bracco here. And I'm going to put $200 down on this one. All right, I think we're in. Yeah, we're definitely in. All right, so we hit that up on Bracco. Clemson first half money line, $200, minus 128. It's moving right now as we're speaking, but I definitely like that. Okay, we're just kind of going through the sharp money tool, guys, taking a look at some. This is a super long shot play. Jalen Noel, or Noel, to score a touchdown, plus 1,600 odds. It's decent on DraftKings. This is for the Texans and the Chargers game. But somebody has $4,200 down. They want this at plus 1,595. Again, bit of a long shot there. But if you guys want to sprinkle this, some of you guys that like to play the super long shot odds, plus 1,600, you could do that there. Not enough money here. It's a good number to be on. Ravens plus 3.5. You can get this over at MGM. Honestly, this is 12 cents off the Pinnacle. Getting this at MGM. You could also try to get this over on Bet Rivers. This is a good price. It's not a crazy edge, but it might be a small edge. Again, guys, if you want to figure out how much edge it is, just take Pinnacle's odds. Go to a calculator. Go to a no vig fair odds calculator. Open this up. The calculators are free at OddsJam. Just type in minus 137, 123. You'll see anything below minus 129 odds or above plus 129 odds, depending on which side that you're looking to take, is plus EV. So if you open up a Kelly calculator and say, yo, devigging a Pinnacle, I got a 56.31% chance of winning this bet. I'm getting odds of minus 125. Using Quarter Kelly, I have a 1.36% edge on an NFL mainline point spread on today's game. So as much as I hate betting the Ravens, because I hate the Ravens, trust me, guys, Steelers fan, like I need the Ravens to lose. But plus 3.5 is a fantastic number to be on, right? So I'm going to go ahead and grab this right now. Ravens plus 3.5, minus 125, bet MGM. Apologies, I keep losing my screens over here. There we go. And where's the Ravens game at? Bingo. We'll come over here. It's on the cock tonight. Nice. Spreads, it's plus 3. We're just going to go to plus 3.5. And they'll probably let me bet $115. Try to put like $250 on this one. Yeah, 115.03 is the max I can bet, but all right. There you go, Anton. So, plus 3.5, guys. If they lose by a field goal, we win. It's about a 1.36% edge. For some of you out there, be like, Billy, that's a really low edge. It is. But it's game day today, and we're talking about the NFL, the most popular sport in America. So when you can find any kind of edge that's above 1% on an NFL mainline market for today's games, man, that is huge. Huge. So in my opinion, that 1.36% edge is more like a 4% edge because of, the circumstances, which might not it's not quantifiable, guys, in terms of math, but that's just my belief. So we get the Ravens plus 3.5. And this is really showing for any of you guys that have been like Skunky, Irish, for any of you guys that have been Rick, you guys have been with me for well over a year now. Like, this is how far I've come as a bettor. betting on the Ravens on a game that I really want the Ravens to lose. But again, they could lose and we could still win, right? Same with Penn State here, plus 3.5. This game's starting really soon. It's not enough from the sharp money tool to be like, yo, go bet this. But this is 17 cents off to Pinnacle's odds. Pinnacle's at minus 147. This game starts very soon, and look at this. So I'm interested actually in just maybe a little sprinkle. Maybe I'll go over here and throw a unit down on this over on FanDuel. I know we just bet Clemson first half money line, but Clemson can be in the lead at halftime, and then Penn State could still lose by 3. There you go, Skunky. There you go, man. How far, dude, like, I don't know. I'm sure you might been the same way. If you'd have talked to me like 3 years ago, I'd have been like, there's no way in hell I'm betting on the Ravens. But that's kind of how sports betting's kind of transformed me a bit, guys, is that I just look at it more of a business now. It's money-making time. And my office hours are open to make money. It's go time. So I'm going to come over here to FanDuel, and I'm going to bet this game on Penn State plus 3.5. Now, I'm getting a slightly worse price. Actually, I'm sorry. I might have some money over here on Bet Rivers. I apologize. I was going to go over to FanDuel and bet this, but I forgot that I do have money on Bet Rivers. That over in that Suns game yesterday, that one stings. It wasn't even close, but game day, day of the game right here, we could definitely hit this up on Penn State. Plus 3.5, minus 130. Oh, yeah, I like that. I'm going to go in for $200. And they'll take that. They'll take that all day long on a game, even on a limited account with Bet Rivers. We get that. All right, so we're on Penn State. 200 spot. And the Sharp Money Tools provide some nice little options over here, guys. Okay. Let me take a look at this Tyler Huntley play really quick. Can we get this anywhere other than Hard Rock? Not really. MGM, but not really. All right, let's fire up the EV tool. And we'll take one last little peek at just all the DFS books. And then we'll look into some anytime goal scorers. And I'm sure there's some kind of Onyx. Let me log into Onyx because I'm sure there's some kind of like promo today. See what we have over there. Again, guys, as you can see on this stream, I'm utilizing a ton of different sports books. Onyx Odds mobile app beta. All right, well, maybe later, dude. I don't really care about your mobile app. There is a 50% parlay boost on Onyx. Guys, got to grab this. This is really good. 50% boosts are incredible. So while we're on it, because we did take a look at some DFS, let's go to Onyx. Let's go to mainline markets as well. Let's go to Pinnacle. What's going on, Saints fan? How are you, brother? Again, guys, the chat today is for members only. There's a lot happening this Saturday. On days when it's a little bit quieter, not much going on, then we'll go ahead and open it up to everybody else. My plans got canceled for tomorrow to Flagstaff, guys, so I will be streaming tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So stream is back on. Unfortunately, had some members of my girlfriend's family that traveled up here. They're a little under the weather, so we're not going to be traveling. So tomorrow, we're in. We'll be streaming tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, got everything teed up, ready to go. This is for Onyx. There's a really good parlay boost over on Onyx, 50%. Minimum 3 legs, guys. Joker over on assists. I'm still interested in this. Definitely interested in Joker over on his assists. Against the Magic. Probably going to be an NBA player prop parlay because that's just kind of how it goes. All right, so we'll grab this on his over. Click the plus sign. We talked about this one. We talked about a couple of these. Spurs. Is this real? Yeah, it's a lower edge play now. Not the best. Let's refresh this. Okay. Yeah, this is a low hold to Pinnacle. This is a really, really, really good bet. Let's see if we have any line. No line movement, guys, but like minus odds 114, plus odds. And if this moved to minus 112, then it's an arb to Pinnacle. So I'm in on this again with Steve. Irish. So I was in Flagstaff like a month and a half ago. Whenever the Steelers played the Bears, I was up in Flagstaff. It was really nice. Didn't have snow there. I think it's a really cool town. I like it. Definitely more of a ski town type of place. But really good. They got some good restaurants, nice little shops. I was in downtown Flagstaff. Got some cool bars. I'm in. I definitely would go back there and hit it up again. So definitely a fan. All right, we're over on Joker. We're over on this dude. And then let's take a look at, we can look at Herder. We can look at a couple different people. I like that line movement. So Kevin's in consideration. Anthony Black, what about this one? A little bit of movement, not so much. I really like the Kevin Herder movement a lot more. So we're going to hit that up with the Bulls. Right? He plays for the Bulls? Yeah. Bulls, Bucks. Do I get the parlay or like what's up? Oh, is it got to be a 4-pick? So it's got to be a 4-pick parlay, guys. My apologies. Man, I like this movement on Demon too. I want to make sure we're getting 4 different picks from 4 different games. I do not really want any same game parlay. I don't want to get any correlation nerf, guys. So I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm creating a traditional parlay. Why is this not popping up? Is it not letting me do all player props? Do I have to do a mainline market? I don't understand here. So I'm going to be honest here, guys. It's like the website, and this is very typical here. It's like the website over on Onyx is like kind of having a conniption. Sometimes I click the boost pops up. Other times it doesn't. Like, what's going on here, dudes? What's going on, Onyx? Like, wake up, bro. Like Anyone else having the same thing? Yeah, 3 legs. Thanks, Irish. It's just like it's not popping up for me. I don't know if it's because I'm doing player props. Let me refresh the page. And naturally now I got to find these all again. And like time is of the essence here, Onyx. Like I don't have all day. Odds are changing. Odds are moving. Let's look at Demon. I like the Herder play quite a bit, like I said, because I like that movement. And then same thing here with this Jazz play. Nothing pops up. And maybe it's not player props, guys. I don't know, but nothing pops up. Like if I add even Kevin Love, any of these dudes, that pops up there. But then when I remove it, it doesn't. You see what I'm saying? But then it pops open here. But it's minimum 3 legs are required. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. It just doesn't pop up for this. You guys are noticing it. Jordan's not working on your phone. So guys, this if we could get this to go, this would be the play. But good golly, Onyx, can you give me a break, bro? So I really don't know what to do here, other than I guess we're not going to do it, unless like they know that like like certain players like this fee play, they know it's good, so they're not going to. The boost doesn't trigger when you click that play because they're like, yeah, it's a really good boost. I don't understand. This is kind of like how Onyx is in general, guys. It can be frustrating to say the least. All right, it's a little early, but I want to take a look at this. That would be the parlay, guys. We'll have to wait and come back. Look at some anytime NHL goal scorers. We got a lot. Whoa, we got a lot. Okay, Zach Hyman. It's early, but I'm interested. Zach Hyman, you can get this on MGM. I'm going over to FanDuel to get this because I can get more money down on FanDuel. You can get this on DraftKings. You can get this on Circa. This is in the Flames-Oilers game. Okay. So Zach Hyman, anytime goal scorer. This is insane. All right, let me throw this off to the side here. Now, OddsJam is going to tell me to bet a lot of money here. I don't know what the max wager size is for me. It's $147. So I'm just going to bet 147. Okay, so Zach Hyman. There you go, Irish. Zach Hyman, there's one. So just click in here. Go FanDuel. Yeah, obviously, if you're someone like Irish that lives in a state that has Circa, then you're going to have a great time betting NHL anytime goal scores. Landeskog, this is great at Circa. At FanDuel at plus 235, it's about a 3% edge, so that still makes the cut there. So at a 3% edge, I should have checked to see how much I should wager on this. 3% edge meets my criteria. I should bet basically $100. He plays for the Avalanche guys. And so looks like his teammate Netchis down here as well is another option. Again, good price over at FanDuel. It's better at Circa, but at FanDuel, it's about a 2.5% edge. So I'm going to bet Netchis and I'm going to bet Landeskog. Okay, let's go down here to Colorado. I was already on the game, I think, but I clicked off of it. Vegas Golden Knights, Colorado. We're hoping there's a ton of goals scored here. Let's go with first Landy. So we're going to go $100. And then with the Netchis play, if I can get this at 240, tell me to bet $80. I'm just going to still round up to bet $100, guys, because it's to me, it's all really good. So there we go. Ken, to my knowledge, good question, but no. No, it just said a 50% parlay boost. And so I didn't take that as it had to be. Okay, FanDuel, 240, 100. Let's make sure I get in Landeskog for $100 as well. So a couple Avalanche players. You can see McKinnon's down here, guys. He's obviously like the best goal scorer in the league, maybe. It's a little lower edge play, though. Bo Horvat. Excuse me. Plus 180 odds. Yeah, it's less than a 1% play on FanDuel, so really this is only a Circa play here for Bo Horvat. Plays for the Islanders. It's a big difference. We start to drop down. Sam Bennett on Camby. Again, this is really just a Camby sportsbook play. 1.5% edge is okay. It's all right. But I'm not going to go ahead and over to Bet Rivers and bet this right now. And really, even though Robertson's a great goal scorer and McKinnon, I'm just going to kind of let these ones slide at the moment. But, we got Netchis, Landeskog, Zach Hyman. These are all higher EV edge percent plays. 2 for the Avs, 1 for the Oilers. So, if you see the Avs score a couple goals, I'm going to get really excited. Be like, who was it? So, for those of you that are new to the stream, we've been this is my best market all year, other than maybe player home runs. Betting anytime goal scores in the NHL is my number one market in 2025. It's not even close. The ROI is insane. And it's been for 3 straight months, and we're going to have another winning month here in December. It's really good. Of course, this Mahalik 3-pointer plays on Onyx odds just moved right now. So we'll refresh once more, but that's good. It's really, really good. Glad you guys, hopefully you're able to get some plays. Obviously, if you can get this at MGM, it's better odds, but still. And then let's take a look at some NBA player props. Let's go over here. Again, if you guys are finding any value at all into this stream, make sure to smash that subscribe button, click that thumbs up button. Send this to a friend, let them know. We're devigging to FanDuel right now. Just want to take a little look over there. Already, yeah. If you have access to Circa, you need to jump on it yesterday. No doubt about that. It's a book that's not really going to limit you. It's a sharper book, no doubt about that. But you know, I don't have Circa, and I'm betting NHL goal scorers, and I knew that if like, and I've had so much success that if I had Circa, I know I could beat them at this. This is like a market you could beat this book, DVigging the pinnacle. So, made a video, guys, within the last week or two on OddsJam's channel talking specifically about NHL goal scorers, what I look for, the process, the odds range, everything. It's literally, I provided the whole strategy in a video for you. So go check it out if you want to know exactly what it is. It's on OddsJam's YouTube channel. It's really, really solid. Since I'm on, I actually have it pulled up. Since I'm on OddsJam's YouTube channel, it is right here. So we'll just throw that in the link for you guys. No doubt about that. And yeah, there's the whole idea with most of my strategies, as I'm watching all my picks that I wanted to take on Onyx's parlay just get higher and higher in price, which means we made a really good decision, is that the whole idea behind a lot of my strategies, guys, is like, let's get in, let's get the plays, let's get out. I don't want to sit here and like, Anthony Edwards on his points. Like, what do we think? Like, what's the defensive matchup? What's the defensive rating for the Nets? Like, what's the shots that Anthony Edwards, like, I'm not doing all that. I'm not jumping into all the hoops and the weeds and looking at all the analytics. I want to make a simple, easy decision, bet a play that has an edge, and just rinse and repeat. Get you in, get you out, and get you on with your day. That's what it's all about. So, obviously, a lot of Hard Rock plays here, guys, for my Bovada peeps. We got some Bovada plays. If you don't know, now you're going to know that Bovada is literally the number one thing that I would bet on Bovada is NBA player props, or just NBA and then NBA player props. This is a book that you can absolutely murder on NBA player props. Ton of money you can make on Bovada. So I'm sure a lot of OGs and DGens already know this, but if you're new to the stream, Bovada is fantastic. Yeah, Orty, no doubt about that. Yeah. Yes, getting the equipment set up is always important. Always important. Love that terminology you used there, Orty. That was really solid. That was really good. I might have to copy that one from you and steal it because that's fantastic. So let's see what else we have here. No vig, Keontae George. Now, we talked about this earlier. We bet his over on his threes, right? What you're going to notice here, guys, with player props, again, whether you're new to the stream or you're just new to betting, this happens all the time with player props. There's not a lot of money. There's low liquidity on player props. DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM, everybody, the general consumer or the bettor, the DGen bettor wants to bet player props. So these sports books, the rec books, they have to offer these player props. So it's a very large menu, right? Think about when you sit down at a restaurant and you get a book of a menu that's like this thick and you're like, holy smokes. You ever go to the Cheesecake Factory and see their menu? It's like this thick, right? So all these rec books have to offer these player props, but these sports books know that, like, man, we have to offer all these options. So we're not going to really let the bettors wager a lot of money because we don't want to be exposed, right? We want to manage our risk exposure to these bets. So what you're going to see is you can't wager a lot on player props. So it's very easy to manipulate or move prices with player props. So early at the beginning of the stream, we're betting George's over 2.5 threes. Well, if enough of people bet the over on George's threes, that pushes the price down on his under and makes his under now very attractive to bet. So you'll see this all the time. If you're on OddsJam's tool and you come over here and you're like, dude, I just bet Anthony Edwards over on his points 2 hours ago, and now I'm back on the EV tool later in the day, and I'm seeing that I should bet his under. Why is my play not good? And it's not that your play isn't good. It's just the price that you got was very good. But enough of people bet that, and it's pushed the price down, and now there's value on the under, right? So it's kind of a constant yin and a yang type of thing where it's just back and forth. If enough people are smashing Wemby's under on his threes, Hard Rock's going to move their price from minus 110 to like minus 130, minus 140. And now all of a sudden, to compensate, that over is going to look very good. And the over's price is going to get a lot better. And now you're going to be told to bet the over, right? So that's kind of how that goes when it comes to betting player props. That's why you're not going to see that happen as much betting NFL money lines or the NBA on spreads. You're not going to see it as much because there's more money that the sportsbooks take on those games and those markets. And it's going to be harder to move those markets. You have to get serious money down on money line spreads and totals in order to move the price where you want to. So that's why player props are kind of difficult sometimes to bet. They can be very difficult. Let me take a look at this sensible play. Obviously, I have a DraftKings account. I'm interested in looking at this. Okay. Not much movement from FanDuel. A little bit of movement from Pinnacle in the last 2 hours. Same with DraftKings. This is at plus 110. This is not an ARB or any kind of low hold. It's a low hold to Hard Rock, but I'm probably just going to stay away from the sensible play. I don't really like the movement there. Siakam on steals. This is a market that typically only FanDuel offers. And so this is just two sports books that have two different projections. There isn't movement from here. So these types of plays, when I open up the chart, I don't really like these plays. I don't care to bet these types of plays. The only reason that I would bet these types of plays is if it was an ARB, right? It's not an ARB to FanDuel. FanDuel's at the unders minus 168. If FanDuel was at minus 158 here, I would bet this because ARBs in general are sound, smart plays to bet. This doesn't qualify as an ARB. So it doesn't meet my criteria. I just move on from it. Obviously, Props Builder is a book that I have, so I'm always interested in this. The under on Russ's assists. Mavericks Kings. Pinnacle moved a bit. Minus 110 to minus 115. But Props Builder moved a lot. And they moved a lot. And that's too much of a movement for me, honestly. Even though Pinnacle moved recently, I'm just not going to touch this play. Okay. Not really something I want to go after. So it is what it is. Let me come back over here, guys, and I'm just going to kind of reset everything, set up some player props. And let's one other thing I want to take a look at. I forgot about that. NFL anytime touchdown scores for the two games today. Both of these are betting the unders. So take this as you well know. This Derrick Henry play only has $67, but if you want to bet the under on No Vig or Circa, that is something you can do. Two of the better running backs in the league for sure. Henry and Josh Jacobs. Normally, I'm not betting the unders, guys, on NFL anytime touchdown scores. So at the moment, there isn't much value here. Yeah. Because if you're willing to bet Derrick Henry at minus 104, you could bet this at Circa at minus 105. So normally I just don't bet unders on touchdowns. But it's not that it's a bad play at all. It isn't. Let's take a look at, let's expand the player prop market for the NFL for today. And let's go for today's date. And let's go, yeah, I like that odds range. That's good. And let's go just to go Pinnacle worst case. Yep. Cool. Okay. We talked about Henry. CJ Stroud. Passing completions. The under on Fanatics. Anything that's below minus 124 odds is really good. Or just good, I should say. DraftKings at minus 121. Definitely an edge, but not a huge edge. 1.3%. Okay. Fanatics is really the only place that I would go with this. If you want to go over to DraftKings, it's fine. It's not awesome, but it's fine. Herbert over on his passing attempts at plus 111. You need odds above plus 104 for there to be an edge. So there isn't really any other. No VIG or Profit X, guys. Small liquidity here. I would go bet this. I would not bet this on FanDuel. So no FanDuel, but yes Profit, yes no VIG, yes Caesars for sure. Malik Willis, under on his player rushing yards. Or no Vig, Circa. What do we got here with Pinnacle? We got a lot of sports books over here, so let's just kind of... Ooh, I love this. I love this movement. Go, go, go. I'm going over to Props Builder. I love that on Props Builder. If you guys want to hit this up again, Profit X. I'm going to go over to XBet right now. Place a little wager. Malik Willis under 32.5 rushing yards. Now, he's going to run the ball a lot today, so it's not something I really enjoy betting, but it could be. It's definitely a play that I like with Pinnacle moving so much. And then I'm going to peep this Omarion Hampton play once XBet loads up. You can hit this guy's also up on Rebet Prop City if any of you have Rebet Prop City, assuming that they allow you to bet single wagers. Rushing yards, Ravens game, Willis, they're telling me to bet 280. I'm going to bet 250 here. And I'm in. Awesome. Okay. Good old Malik Willis. Love that. Let's take a look at Hampton. What do we got here? This is a DraftKings play. Yeah, so a little different story here with Hampton. It's just based on the line movement, and there isn't much. Pinnacle set their odds about an hour ago, and I'm not overly enthused about this play, so I'm just not going to take it. We talked about Stroud throwing an interception earlier. If you guys are just tuning in a little bit late, this is a great play. Someone put up about almost $8,000 on the Sharp Money tool. You can see now it's at $7,400. And I bet the over here. So we bet this over on Camby. So I love it. Bet the over. Pinnacle likes it too. It's really good. Smaller edge over here on FanDuel if you wanted to bet it, but you still could bet it, guys. I'm fine with betting this on FanDuel if you want. I maybe wouldn't do this on DraftKings. Fanatics, FanDuel, Hard Rock, Novig. I'm sorry, Profit X, Circa. I would bet this on CJ Stroud. For anyone that has bet openly, Gadsden under on his catches at plus 115 odds, tight end for the Chargers. Yeah, Pinnacle's moving. I like that. They're moving, especially just a little bit here, just down, down, down. So I'm interested on this play for sure. Go bet this on Gadsden. I would say yes to Profit X. Yeah, Circa has a slight edge, not much. But bet openly, there's $100 out there, guys. Go take a look at that. Okay, let's fire up. Let's go back to DFS to see if we have anything for DFS. Date range for today. And let's kind of go one by one for some sports books to kind of round it out. Better, guys, there's a billion things that we could bet on over at Better. Let me make sure my DVIG settings is good. Let's go penny. Yeah, let's go worst case. Still really, really good stuff. Wow. A lot. There's a lot. We're going to make another Better slip. I've already went through all my discounted slips. So this is just going to be a regular 3-pick slip. And again, guys, my plans got changed for tomorrow, so I will be streaming at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Stream is back on. Okay, AJ Green on his player-made threes. Over 2.5. Neighbors on points. I lean Pinnacle when it comes to hockey. They just removed AJ Green. Wow. We knew that was a good play. Jake Neighbors not to score a point. So under on his points. Cool. Can we still get Svev? I know we put him on a slip earlier. Put him on maybe a couple too many. I can't remember how many slips I have him on. But I definitely want that because it's a good play. And watching Onyx move on this player prop as well tells me, man, like you want to smash the hell out of this. And then Sam Merrill, we were on this once, but I'm totally fine with going at this again, assuming that it opens up. No? There it is. Sam Merrill plays for the Cavs over on his threes. That's what he normally shoots, guys, is threes. So, all right, we're on the over 2.5. Again, we're going to hit this up again. 3-pick entry, perfect play, no insurance. And let me share this with you guys, whoever wants to copy it. Okay, there is Better. So we got a slip on Better. A lot of things happening on Better, which is awesome to see. Let's jump over to the next book, which is PrizePicks. 8 results. Okay. We could cook up a 5-pick slip here. Again, some of the same cast of characters. For Mahalik and Merrill, guys, my plate is full with exposure to them. I put them on 2, maybe 3 slips, which 3's like past my limit. So I'm not going to go any further with those guys. But for any of you that wanted to cook up, if you wanted to do a 3-pick slip, I would take the first 3 plays. The Precious play, slightly no edge here. But if you want to do a 5 or 6-pick flex, these would be your options that I would be more than happy to take these guys. Not the best here once we get down to Precious, DeMar, Wiggins. These are very low edge plays. Very low edge. But this is what I would do for PrizePicks. Let's take a look at Underdog, and let's see what we have over on Underdog. Waiting for OddsJam to load up here. There we go. Okay. On Underdog, same. This isn't the best, but I'll try to go ahead and cook up a 6-pick slip. When we cooked one up on Christmas, we worked out pretty well for us. We hit 5 out of 6, which was nice. They might nerf this a little bit if I put the DeRozan play with Precious. They might not let me do that because of the over on assists. See if we can take Kuz over on his PRA. Oh, appreciate that, Irish. Yeah, appreciate you letting me know about that. I always forget about the runs there. White on his player made 3s. So we'll have to take a look at that for sure. Because that's definitely worth it. Those are good plays. Or a good promo, I should say, that they run. Dyson Daniels, we talked about this over on his rebounds. And then we could do a couple others. We'll take Hunter over on his player made 3s. Yeah, they're nerfing this a little bit because of DeMar. So we'll keep the Precious playing. I'll remove DeMar. And then we'll do this on his assist for George. Okay. It's going to be a 6-pick entry, guys. Flex. So make sure you take the flex. Oh, wow. I can't do any more on Dyson Daniels, George, or Precious because I already bet $25 on them. Wow. Okay. That's a bunch of BS. Bunch of BS. So because I already put $25 on a slip, guys, Underdog's not letting me use these guys again. So I'm going to have to go with a different type of slip here. Couple different players. And we're going to take a look at Deuce McBride under 17.5. Trae Young's not allowed to be added. Like, this is why I don't like to make these slips because they just take it. Sometimes with these 6-pick slips, guys, it just takes forever to make. I think we got one here. We're taking some seriously low edge plays. Like I had to take the Donovan Mitchell play, which is barely an edge. If any of you guys are feeling frisky, that's a 6-pick slip on Underdog. Flex with insurance. Took me a minute to cook it up, but we're in. We're in. And so, Irish, yeah, you were saying with Better, they have these runs. Yeah. So they have anytime TD for Hampton. One of those and one normal makes a 6X for a 2-man, which is awesome. So let's take a look at that Better. For any of my Better guys out there, that's a very good thing that we want to take a look at. So let's pop this open. All right, so if we're looking at anytime TDs, we just want to find a play that maybe we're getting, a decent. Now it's a 6X. I just want to see like if there is any edge at all, if we see anything at all. So let's go touchdowns. Okay, so Pinnacle sees it plus 170. All right. It really just depends, guys, on who you prefer more. The matchup tonight, right, between these two backs. Honestly, I'd probably rather take Woody Marks because the Texans' defense is like insanely good. Really, really good. But Hampton has a higher percentage chance of hitting, so it's really whoever you want. But I'm going to go with old Woody. But feel free to take Hampton. No problem if you want to take that. And then we can pair this up with somebody else. So again, you could go with Shviv or with Merrill because they're pretty good. Oh, you can use both nukes separately on separate plays, Irish. Appreciate that, man. Didn't know that. All right, well, that's good to know. It's good to know. So we're basically, I'll go back to the well there and hit that up because that's definitely something that I want to go after. Yeah, I see that. That's great. And then, guys, also, I don't know if they'll let you do this, but there's a mystery multiplier, at least for me. I don't know if they probably won't because it's already a promo. Unfortunately, it's only just a $10 max entry, but again, it's just a 2-pick slip, which is really good. So, again, I'm kind of going back to the well here on this one, but there it is. Nice. And then we'll hit this up as well I'll do Merrill on the other one for the other touchdown nuke for Hampton. Perfect. Okay. And here's the other link for any of you guys that wanted to check that out. It's a really good discount there on Better. All right, so let's take a look at DraftKings Pick 6 and dabble. And then we'll call it a stream, guys. Again, back on tomorrow. Going to have some fun. 11 o'clock Eastern. Okay, Derrick Henry on his rushing attempts looks decent. Let me click off of Underdog here so we don't have any more of their plays. This is 3 results compared to Pinnacle, but Derrick Henry looks very good. If I switch this over to FanDuel, so over 16.5 rushing attempts on Derrick Henry, FanDuel just has 2. So at the moment, guys, not the best in terms of DraftKings Pick 6. I would literally just wait a little bit. As we get closer and closer to tip, these NFL games, these NBA games aren't starting until a little later today. I would definitely do that. And if you have some time earlier, just for now, guys, I would definitely look to live bet some college football. That's what I would look to do. All right, back on tomorrow. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with me on the stream. Questions, email me, DM me. Don't hesitate to ask. I know what it's like when you're first starting out sports betting. A lot of questions. You're not sure where to go, what to do. Lingo's different. Everything changes. Don't hesitate to reach out and ask, guys. But appreciate all of you tuning in. Chat was awesome today. OGs, D-Gens, absolutely love yins. And if nothing else, guys, have an awesome Saturday. I'll talk to you guys mañana. Adios.